So once again, I want to say a big welcome to all of you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Dr. Koye. I'm Dr. Sari. I'm a lecturer and I'm a professor in some universities in Ghana, in the UK, and in South Africa. I'm a doctor and a professor in artificial intelligence, management science, machine learning, and robotic engineering. And I'm also a board member of this program, which I'm going to explain to you. Okay. And you are going to be happy eventually if you get to know where technology is running. It is a program for everyone who is having a smartphone. If you are not having a smartphone, this is not for you. But if you have a smartphone, oh man, this is great for you. This will help you big time. Now, in order not to confuse us too much, I'm going to turn off my video. Towards the end, I'll bring myself in so that we can have a cross-fertilization of ideas. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's begin. What is gut backup? When we were children, we used to have big dreams. You know that. We used to have the dream of wanting to become a pilot, a lawyer, an engineer, even a president and things. We used to have a big dream. You want to live in a comfortable home with your family and kids, traveling around the world, going to places you normally would see in James Bond movies. You want to go to Dubai, you want to go to Maldives, you want to go to Papua New Guinea. We used to have big dreams. You want to send the children to one of the great international schools around. You want to live in one of the interesting places in this country. What happened to those dreams? Then we started receiving our salary. Along the line, when we started receiving our salaries and income, we realized that our dreams are bigger than our income. And that no matter how many hours and times we work, even if we work for 40 years, we are not going to be able to use that income to travel to the places we've ever dreamt of. So naturally, we started rationalizing. We started shrinking our dreams by telling ourselves certain things. We used to say that I don't even need to live in Silicon Valley. Forget about Los Angeles, Bel Air. It's even burning. Okay. Forget about AU Village. I don't need cantonment. East Legon is even choked. It's not the best place. All of these things are all vanity upon vanity. We begin to tell ourselves those things. Then gradually our dreams started coming down until it became as small as our income. Then what do we tell ourselves? We used to tell ourselves, I'm content with what I have. But ladies and gentlemen, let's be honest with ourselves. Are we really content with what we have? Each time we go to work, we tend to complain. Even if we don't tell somebody, we are paining inside. When somebody is not well in the family, when they need an emergency income, and they are requesting for $5,000, everybody is running helter-skelter. We begin to realize that no, this is not the kind of life I want to live. We begin to realize, what can I do? But we have mentally succumbed to our death. We have naturally relinquished what we were created to have. And we begin to say to ourselves, I am content. When inside, we are fighting to go to work every day. We are complaining every time. We are complaining about the economy. We are complaining about the Mahama, the Osama, the Obama, the Nana. Today, Go Backup is giving all of us the opportunity to realize our dreams. It's possible to dream again. It's alive in there. It is there. Ladies and gentlemen, people who were nothing have become something because they take advantages of their advantages. And this organization is helping anybody. It doesn't matter your level of school, your education, your religion, your class, your marital status. It doesn't matter where you live. Okay? People in America, some are broke. People in Ghana, some are wealthy. People in the UK, some are broke. People in Nigeria, some are broken. It doesn't matter. What matters is taking advantage of your advantage. So what is Go Backup? If you get the time, please Google it. You can go to Google Map and just type Global Virtual Opportunities, Go Backup, USA, Texas. It will give you the Google Map there. This is a building of Go Backup. It started in 1997, all the way in Quebec, in Canada. In 2007, it went to the United States, now seated on a 10,000 square feet data center. What is it? What is it? Well, in order to understand what Go Backup is, you have to know two things that are trending right now. Number one, data is growing. When I say data is growing, I'm talking about videos, photos, documents, music. These things are growing on our laptops, iPads, and phones. Data is growing at a rate I can't even understand. I'm a professor of data analytics, machine learning, data science, and the rate at which, for example, 147 zettabytes of data are churned every single day. Somebody might even say, what is that zettabyte? After gigabyte and terabyte and petabyte, there are so many bytes that are growing. Data is growing. People are now using videos more than ever before. No more camera. Actual Kodak and Canon camera, no more. People are using their phone to take pictures, and their phone system is growing. 8 billion smartphones are currently in the world. The total number of smartphones in the world equal the number of human beings in the world. I'm not even talking about phones. I'm talking about smartphones. Look at the chart. The chart from Statista shows clearly, this is 2025 statistics, that 8 billion smartphones. Now, when you look on the right side, you will see that the total number of phones in 2025 will be what? 18.22 billion. 18.22 billion smartphones are growing in the world. Phones. So that tells you that everything is growing and data is growing. You see, artificial intelligence is a new electricity in town. Data is growing. As long as AI is growing, AI needs data. And that is why the size of the cloud storage department is growing. Did you know, ladies and gentlemen, that this year alone, $166 billion will be generated in the cloud storage? The players are very few. The owners are very, very few. And yet, they are making significant income. One of the owners is Go Backup. And they want you and I to partner with them. You can stay in the comfort of your home anywhere in the world. A lot of people want to go to the US, to the Americas, to the East, Australia, to Canada. Now you can sit in the comfort of your home and work with a company all the way in the United States and be earning an income equal to what someone else is earning. Anyway, you can choose to do that. That is another side of Go Backup. But what really is Go Backup? Here's the thing. 88% of people in this room will go back home if they should forget their phone. The mobile phone is growing. People are becoming addicted to the use of the phone. 74% of you here will use the phone in the toilet. In fact, did you know that yesterday you looked on your phone screen 160 times? Today, you are going to look on your phone screen 160 times. The mobile phone is changing the way we behave. It's changing the way we live. And that is why it is important for you to recognize where we are in the stream of time. That is not the only thing. As people are using the phone, data loss is growing. Data loss. People are losing their data. 45% of cell phone users have damaged their phone and lost their data. In fact, about 50% of people don't even back up their files until their phone is lost, until someone steals the phone. 5,700 screens are cracked every hour. A laptop is stolen every 43 seconds. A phone is stolen every 43 seconds. People want a way out. People want a way to back up their files. People want a way to clone their phone before it is lost, before it is damaged. That is one trend Go Backup is trying to solve. Another trend. So many people after COVID-19 have realized that if you don't have another income, okay, and just focus on only your job, when dark times come, when dark moment comes, when the tough times hit you, you'll be sorry. Many people have realized that it's better to begin to do things you can do at home. In case there's a second lockdown, the fourth wave, the sixth wave, then you have something you can control. That is why 42% of Americans have side businesses and they are still doing their job, like most of us here are doing our job. 62% of those between the ages of 18 and 25, they are not even doing anything except working online. Ladies and gentlemen, the online has become a superpower market for everyone. And the good thing is that you don't even need to have specialty in anything. The specialty you already have as a housewife, as a teacher, as a lawyer, as a market woman, as a joker, as a pastor, as a marriage counselor, it doesn't matter, whatever. You can even be working in a car washing bay, and that is your expertise. That alone, once you bring it online, you will generate a lot of value to the marketplace, and that value will command its own return. We have people like, King Jonas, Glass and Kwa, sometimes insulting presidents and kings. And because his value is reaching a lot of people, he has over 1 million followers, more than GTV, more than Metro TV, more than TV3. Afia Schwarzenegger, what is she doing on social media? And yet she has over 1 million followers, making over $10,000 monthly. And you are a housewife. You have expertise. As a housewife, you know about multitasking. I'm just using housewife. You can even be unemployed. And you have expertise as an unemployed because you have gone through the ordeal of being unemployed. As a housewife, you have expertise of endurance, of love, of kindness, of multitasking. These are knowledge, but you need a mentor who will guide you to be able to package this thing and bring that value to the marketplace. As you start telling people the things you do, the things you go through as a housewife or as a teacher or as a lawyer or as anything, as you do that and you give that value to the world, you start getting people subscribing to your channel. Over time, YouTube, social media will start monetizing you, will start paying you for what you are bringing to the marketplace. That value will command its own returns. And we teach you that here for free. We guide you that here for free. And that is the beauty of Go Backup. So these two global trends, Go Backup is leveraging on these two global trends and is putting it together and helping several people all around the world. We are in 153 countries, ladies and gentlemen. The recent country is Brunei. Go Backup started in 2023, April, it started. Ghana became part of Go Backup in July, 3 months when it started. Look at it. Ghana is number 82 on the left here. And today, just under 2 years, is already in 153 countries. Now, let me tell you a second. If a company is a joke, do you think that company will go to 153 countries under 2 years? Even Google did not reach 153 countries in 5 years. Even Facebook did not do that in 5 years. So that should tell you something. This is not a joke. This is a company that has provided IT solution from some of the think tank companies years. It's been in existence for 27 years. And now this opened the doors, not only for companies, but for you and I, because we all deal with data. So this is not a joke. This is not something to toy with. It is flying at a phenomenal rate. And I speak to you, ladies and gentlemen, as a member of the board of directors of this organization. And I'm telling you, you want to know what this is about. And you want to look at it. You want to listen to the end and see how great this thing can touch your digital life and your life. So let's get a bit into details. What is Go Backup, really speaking? Well, the first thing you can do is that you can go to Play Store, Google Store, okay, or Apple Store, Google Play, and then go and download the app. Just type Go Backup using this symbol. Type it there. Once you type it there, you can download the Go Backup. It's just like Dropbox. It's just like Google Drive. It's just like iCloud, but it beats iCloud 17 times. It beats Dropbox 16 times. And it beats Google Drive 14 times. I'm going to show you that, ladies and gentlemen, how you can see how powerful Go Backup is. And that is, right now, it is the only cloud service that provides the following things I'm about to share with you. Let's look at some of the things it uses to beat them. Number one, Go Backup is 4 times cheaper than iCloud. It is 3 times cheaper than Dropbox. It is 3 times cheaper than Google Drive. So for one, you have the same storage space of 6 terabytes, and yet it's cheaper than all of it. But that's not even the main thing. You see, Go Backup can be used on multiple operating systems. First of all, you can share the service with 6 people, you and 5 other people. Okay, I'll show you, I'll demonstrate how to share it with somebody. Okay, you can share it. So let's say you have your 6 terabytes. You can give 1 terabyte to your brother, 1 terabyte to your sister, 1 terabyte to your mother, and you can keep the other 3 terabytes. Cool. You see, one thing about iCloud is that iCloud cannot be used on an Android phone. And Google Drive cannot be used effectively on an iCloud, on an iPhone. But Go Backup can be used on any operating system. You can use Go Backup on a Windows. You can use Go Backup on MacBook. You can use Go Backup on Huawei phones. You can use it on any Android phone in the world. You can use on any iPhone in the world. So Go Backup is universal. You see why it's flying? You see why it's moving to past 153 countries? There are only 195 countries in the world. And Go Backup is flying. This is why. Because it doesn't matter whether you have an iPhone or you have an Android phone, you can bring the two together into Go Backup. But that's not all. The backing up is done automatically. You can set it and forget it. And it will do that in the background for you anytime. You can use it on as many devices as possible. So let's say that you have given 3 terabytes to your brother, sister, mother, and then you have the 3 terabytes. That 3 terabytes, you have your own username and password. They too have their own username and password. You can install that on as many devices. So if you have 10 phones, you can put it on all the 10 phones, all your 100 laptops, and all your 200 iPads. It doesn't matter as many devices as you can. You can put it on it, 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 put it. And that's how you use it. You can access your file anywhere. So let's say that you forgot your phone. You can take somebody's phone and access your files from there. What about security? The security is one of the highest. In fact, it's among the highest security ever used. It's the same security that Amazon uses. It's the same security that Google uses. It is known as Advanced Encryption Standard. It is a 256 military-grade encryption and security, and it's patented. It's so super. Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. I teach this, by the way. It is the same security system that the CIA, the Central Intelligence Agency in the United States, use for the work list. It's the same security that the Russian Secret Service and the MI6 in the Scotland Yard they use. So the security is top-notch. What it means is that your data is secured. No one, not even the owners, have access to your security, your data. It's highly, and this is very important. Nobody can hack into the system. You see, 256 military grade means that you need 256 sequence of numbers in the right sequence. 256. 188 has never been hacked. 188 has never been hacked. How much more? 256. That is why it is military grade. And that is another great thing. Now, what about the building? The building is a 10,000 square feet data center in Texas. However, what if the building is destroyed by earthquake, tsunami, typhoon, hurricane? Well, there is a third-party data center. So your data is backed up not only in the US, it is backed up in multiple countries on a third-party data center, multiple times. So your data is still secured. But there's more. You see, all of these things I'm talking about, there's more which iCloud doesn't have, and that is known as advanced plugin system. I'll demonstrate that to you very soon. But before we come to that, let's go to another benefit, because the advanced encryption standard, what I want to do is that I want to show you that right live for you to see how it works. Another benefit is bulk emailing. You can use a Go backup system to do bulk email. Let's say that you own a school, or you have a bank, or you have a hospital, you have clients, you have customers, you have patients, and you want to send one bulk email to all of them. You don't need to send it to all the 10,000 people. You can send one message. All of them will get it, like a broadcast. All of them, but it's not a phone broadcast. It's an email. Over 10,000 messages. All of them will get it. One message, everybody will get it, as if you sent it to them. You see, there is something we call email personalization. The artificial intelligence system in there, what it does is that it helps you to personalize the message. I've done an example here. So instead of saying that, hello, Johnny, hello, Kofi, you can say, hello, subscriber's first name. And the AI will pick the first name of the person. So if the person is Kofi, when the person is receiving it, Kofi will receive it as hello, Kofi. Ajua will receive it as hello, Ajua. Johnny will receive it as hello, Johnny. And that is cool, because anytime a person receives an email that mentions his name, that person becomes magnetized to the message. He sees it as truthful. Go Backup allows you to use this thing for free. I've been teaching students, and when they finish, these students, they go and set up this email system for companies, and they charge them $20,000, $30,000 a year. And yet this is all free. Free in Go Backup. You can even automate some of the emails. For example, in fact, I've done examples here. These are several emails. Okay, very soon I'll show you some of them. You can say that I want this email number 1 to go to all my 10,000 people every Monday at 10 o'clock, and you can forget it for 20 years. Every Monday, 10 o'clock. The message will leave and it will go to them without you ever touching it. You can say that email number 2, I want it to go to all these people only on December 24th. And every December 24th, everyone will get it. For 20 years, 30 years, you can do that. And there are several other benefits when it comes to the email system. All of these are free, okay, as part of the package of Go Backup. Now, you can also use the cloud service for free. Okay, you can have 7-day trial for free and use it. In case you don't like it, that's fine. Now, let me go now take you to the system. I want you to see how the special document collaboration work, how the advanced plugin system work. And ladies and gentlemen, what I'm about to show you will blow your mind. I'm telling you, it will blow your mind. Okay. Oh, but before that, let me show you how my computer one is looking like. Okay. I don't know whether you can see, but this is the one for the computer. Okay. So you can see that the last time I did the backup is almost a few minutes ago. Okay. And look at the date. It's backed up several files. This one was added. I will show you all the information that it has backed up. Okay. Now let's go back to the online to see how the system works live. I want you to see it, how it works live. And that is just amazing. Okay. So now this is the Go Backup. When you log in, you will see your username. Okay. Of course, you must have a username and a password. Okay. And when you have a username and a password, this is my username, okay, that I have here. When you log in, you will get all of this information. You have your welcome video. There are so many things here. I will encourage you to click on each one of them to see them, because there are so many incredible things here. Now, what I'm showing you here is the global leaderboard. These are the top leading people in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, please make no mistake. Some of these people are already multi-millionaires, and yet they see the value of Go Backup. That's why they are already part of it. There are people. These are the top 500. Currently, we have over 80,000 people, but these are the top 500. And it doesn't matter where you stay. You see, people say America is the land of the dream, but Americans are the ones that are taking this seriously. Okay, the number 500 person is an American. The number 499 person is also an American. Okay, so there are several people who are using this Go Backup facility, and they are using it incredibly. Now, let's look at some of the other people who are here. We have several people. You have people from Africa. It doesn't matter your age. It doesn't matter your education. It doesn't matter your level of experience in this world. as long as you are willing to take advantage of your advantage, several people all over the world are using the Gobaka from India, from China, from Malaysia, from the UK, okay, people from Ghana, people from, US, and you will see people from Canada. People are running to these places, Norway, Egypt, Germany. Okay? People are running to these countries, and yet these people are bringing this thing to you and I, wherever you are in the world. Okay, and you would think that this is dominated by people in the West. That's not true. Okay, when you go to the top 100 people, let's look at the top 100 people. Of course, you have a lot of Americans taking this seriously, mate. You have a China, okay, people in China taking this thing seriously. People in Norway, people in Canada, people in multiple places. Okay, you have number 66, and you know I'm saying, okay, a Ghanaian. You have Godfrey, okay, number 64. These are top 100. Dr. Joanna, no, look at that. Solomon, 51. Dr. Dorothy Hansen, 43. You have all of these people who are there. Okay, and then I also have myself here, in the number top 10. Look at the top 6 people. They are all Americans. You know what that means? Okay, I can tell you, I know some of these people, and some of them are already multi-millionaires already before even becoming part of this, because they could see the future. Okay, now let's get into a bit of more details and see how to get a software. If you ever want to get a software, the first thing you do is go to digital tools here, go to God Backup and click on use this tool. Okay, once you do that, it will bring you here. So you can see that I have backed up 33% of all my files. How many? Almost 2 terabytes, almost 2,000 gigabytes. Okay. Now, if you ever want to install it, all you got to do is to come here, click on Windows if you are using Windows laptop, click on Mac OS if you are using MacBook, and if you are using a mobile phone and it is iPhone, click on iOS here, go to the Apple Market, and then click here. There's a video on each one. Please, if you have never watched the video, watch the video on each one. That explains everything. Okay. Once you install it, you now upload it. Now let me show you. This is where you can add another person. You have 6 terabytes, so you can add another person by clicking here. See on the right here. If you click on this one here, add additional account. Okay, you can add an additional person to also use. Now, how do you do it? Let me show you something interesting. Once you click here, you have to enter the name of the person. You cannot enter the username of the person. Okay, you can enter the name. So I want to just say the name of the person is Sam. I want to call it Sam. And guess what? You can dedicate how many gigabytes you want to give to the person, how many megabytes. Click here and drag this thing. Okay. You see, whilst I'm dragging down there, it is showing how many gigabytes. Now I've allocated 1 terabyte. Okay, you can go to 2 terabytes, 3 terabytes, 4 terabytes. Okay, so whichever how many you want to give to the person, you can give. I want to just allocate a small number to the person. So I just want to just use, say, 500. Okay, so I just want to move to 500. 500 on the dot. But you can move on the dot. Okay. Sometimes it goes past a little bit. Come on. 500. It's jumped. 500. Okay, I've got 502. And once you do that, you now enter the name, then you click add new member. Once you click add new member, watch something. What you have, which was my 33%, will reduce because I'm adding a new person here. Okay, now here, once you've done that, it's going to create a section for the person. Okay. It's going to create a section. Okay, good. So watch this. You can copy this. Even if you are not able to copy it now, you can come down here. You see that the sun has been created. What you created is here. Okay, so this person has been created. But the person must enter his own full name, his own email, and all of that. Okay, for that to happen, you will click copy and share, and click this, and then send it to that person for the person to log in. You see now, my terabyte I have is 66 because it was 33 before. And when the person clicks, so imagine the person clicks, this is what the person will click. Let me show you. The person will see something like this. Of course, you can kick the person, but you can add. So this person will have to enter his own username, his full name. You see, the username, he can't change it because you called it Sam. And he has to choose his own username and password and his email. And then he can create his own account. And once he creates his own account, you will see it here. You will see it in the system here. The person's information will show you. You can add another person and another person and another person. Now let's move on. Now I'm coming to my own. And now I can remove the person by clicking this one and delete. Okay, so I'm going to delete the person. Okay, and after you've deleted the person and you refresh, my 66% will move to 33%. Let me refresh. And the space you had allocated to the person, because you've removed the person, the space comes back to you. Okay, it's no longer for the person. It comes back to you. Now you can see that my 33% is back. Now, everything you have uploaded, you see it here. So I'm going to show you the things I have uploaded. Because this is unique. And people, you know what, sometimes somebody says, oh, I don't think I have a lot of things on my phone. Wait till your phone is lost. Wait till it falls into water. Wait till somebody steals it. There's something we call insurance. When Los Angeles was burning, over $200 billion of wealth was destroyed. But if you have insured your house, your car, okay, that's why we have an insurance. That is when you come to realize how important this is. Anyway, so the last time I backed up, these are my information. I have over 1 terabyte from my computer alone. This is from the computer. Okay. Now you can see anything you want to see. Let's go. You have computer, you have files on the phone as well. So everything on the phone is here. Everything on the phone is all here. Okay. And they will start populating. Let me see whether. Okay. So everything that I have on my phone, on my laptop, they will all be here. Okay. They will all, everything that I have is here. Every single one of it is here. You can have your picture, document, video, picture, document, video, picture, document, video, everything that you have, you will see all of them there. Now, suppose you have a document, and I'm going to show you something interesting about GoBackup. No other software has this kind of beautiful thing. Suppose I have a document, which is, let's say this document here, and I want to open this document. Okay, I want to open this document, and this is a document, and let me delete something from it. Okay. Suppose I want to say something. Well, first of all, you can share this document with as many people as possible, 100 people, 200 people, 300 people. Each one of them, their name will come there. You can select, the person can edit, can review, or can view. So you can put restrictions on who can edit the document. But you can share this document with as many people as possible. And guess what? You can type. And whenever any of them is typing, you can see it. Okay. How do you see it? Okay. First of all, remember, you have editing here. Okay. You can chat with a person whilst the person is editing. So somebody can type the first part and another will continue the second part. Now, instead of typing, you can even talk to the laptop to speak because the facility is there. Okay, so I'm going to say something. I'm going to talk for it to type everything. So I'm going to say something. Okay. Let's wait and then my internet is getting really slow today. Why that is so, I really don't know. Okay, good. So I'm going to say something. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am very hungry, but I'll be eating very soon. So no problem at all. You see, it has typed everything. Look at the back there. It has typed, hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very hungry, but I'll be eating very soon. So no problem at all. Okay, this is just something I typed. Okay, I'm not hungry. Okay, but the good thing is that it has typed everything. Now, what it has done is that, you see, this thing it has typed, you can even ask it to read everything for you. But before that, let me show you something. You can tell the system that I want you to read everything I've typed. So you can click here and then drive it, say, to this side. Okay, let me just up to here. And then you read. And to do that, you click on speech and then click on start. It will read everything and you will hear it yourself. Watch it. So sometimes when the computer is slow, in my case, I think I've opened a lot of documents now. And because.
Make this year greater for you. Sometimes, we have to take the hardest decisions. Don't only hope that things will be better without fighting for it. Right now. You are standing on your acre of diamonds. You are 3 feet down your gold. So, dig your well before you are thirsty.
Excellent. Now, this latter part here, I can just pick on just this part here, okay? And then change the language. Change the speech. So instead of using a man's voice, I can use a female's voice. I can use a person with a different accent, okay? So you can select here. In fact, you can read it in several languages, what I've just written here. So let's say that I want to read an American voice, okay, and click OK. Internet is a little slow.
Everything is risky. Coronavirus was risky and we all have to face it and go through it. Getting pregnant is risky because on the day of delivery the woman or the child can die.
Okay, so that is another one. Okay, that's a different voice. Now, in case I want it to be read in another language, okay, let's say it is a Chinese who is reading this, okay, or is a Japanese who is reading this. Let's see.
Everything is risky. Coronavirus was risky and we all have to face it and go through it.
That's cool, right? Okay, so it's helping you to have the different accent there. So all of these can be read out whilst you can speak it to it. In fact, you can also change the language. So you can click here and then go to the Google Translator and everything you've highlighted will be translated, beautifully for you. But sometimes the translation department doesn't show here because my internet is a bit slower. Oh, there you go. It has shown. It says, hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is in English. You can click here and change it to Hausa. I can't read Hausa, okay? But if you can read Hausa, okay? This is Hausa. Assalamu alaikum. Yang uarana. Okay, you can speak that language. You can do that. If you want to change it to Chi, you can click on Chi, and it will type everything in Chi. Okay. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Okom de me pa nanso medin tam pa inti ohaubia inni hokra. Okay. So whatever you have, if you want it in Ewe, you can write this thing in Ewe. If you want it in Midogbena Nyomo Epele Afetawo, you can speak that language. You can do. You can if you want it in Spanish, in Finnish, in Filipino, in whatever language, Chinese, Okay, I know a little bit of Mandarin, Chinese Mandarin. So let's see if I can try a little bit of the simplified version. Okay, don't believe everything that you can hear, especially when it comes to languages. But the good thing about this thing is that you can have multiple languages right here. And if you have a picture, you can insert a picture and edit the picture. Okay, you can click on the photo editor, change the background of a picture that you took in maybe Nigeria. You want to make the person feel that you took the picture in Los Angeles. You can do that and change the background of pictures and do all of that. You can even insert videos and edit videos. Okay, so there's a video that you can insert there. It's a YouTube video. You can put in everything, click on the video, and then allow the video. Everything is here. That's right. Good. So there are so many things that you can do. Also, remember the protection. You can encrypt and protect the document. You can do all of that. If you are a researcher, you can have, Mendeley, thesaurus. You can change. You can pick on a word like technology, and you can look at thesaurus and give you different synonyms of that word that you want. If you want to use a referencing technique like Zotero, like Mendeley, you can have all of it. Technology, engineering, science, applied, all of this, and you have everything there. And you have different ways of saving your document. You can save it as a PDF, as a Word document, as a JPEG, as a PNG, as an EPUB, as several things. In fact, time will not allow us to look at all of these are part of the Go Backup package. How much do you think this is going to cost? Oh, and if you want to make some very good income, You can also monitor your income levels. Okay, as well. You will see the top level people all over the world. They are here. Okay, look at it. In fact, there was a January contest. Okay, there was a January contest, and if you look at the January contest, the people that won the January contest, look at it. From number 1 to number 6, 3 of them are from Ghana. Okay, 3 of them are from Ghana. So that should tell you that it doesn't matter who you are or where you are. Any single person can be part of this great momentum. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's go back to our slides and look at another benefit of Go Backup. Why so many people are taking advantage of it, and that is income. Now, at this stage, I need to put it on record that I'll show you the income of some people. Okay, and you see that people are making some very good income here, but it's not a guarantee that you will make that income. Remember that sometimes it will take a bit of a time. For example, you might not make a great income in your first 6 months. Maybe you make some little income like $200, $300, $500, okay, or $1,000. But as you stay further and do the work, and this is the work, it's not an investment. So please do not assume that because you have gotten the service, you're going to make the income. No, the income requires some work to do. I'll talk about the work. But at this stage, if you think that you are not interested in an income, then this is where your part ends. Okay, it means that you don't need the rest of what we are going to do. But what I'm going to do to show you how you can earn income even without working, even without you selling the Go Backup to anybody. Okay, without you selling it directly, by you plugging into the system we have put in place alone, that is enough for you. And you can make an income more than your salary. I am making more than 3 times my salary. Okay, so please note it. And you can still do your job whilst you are doing it, even if you are busy. But if you are lazy, this is not for you, please. This is for serious-minded people who want to add something. You see, let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. You cannot rely on your salary alone. Nobody should think so. Well, people have done that, but they are never happy in the end. At the time of pension, they will slash down the salary. And you see that many people get sad at pension. They get so sad. I've seen so many people. It doesn't matter which profession they were in. They could be doctors, they could be professors, they could be big position directors. But at pension, everything you have is gone. And so it's always good not to rely on a single income because you are not getting younger. You are getting older every day. And the energy you have now, you will not have that energy tomorrow. So have something on the backside. Dark times can happen. Always ask yourself, if they should call you right now and they tell you right now that your family, somebody is not well, and they need an emergency $3,000, within 24 hours, the person will be gone. Do you have that resource there? And sometimes when we talk about income, a person might say that income is not everything. Money is not everything. Of course, it's not everything, but it solves many things. King Solomon recognized that. He says, wisdom is powerful. Income is also powerful. The only thing is that wisdom supersedes income in other areas. So income is still powerful. That is why even when King Solomon did not request for income, God made sure that he still had it. Because you can't have knowledge, wisdom, and not have income. It is clear why. And King Solomon said it in Ecclesiastes chapter 7. Because there is no nobility in poverty. You cannot think that being poor is noble. Being poor is not noble. In Genesis chapter 2, verse 11, God put gold, income, into the Garden of Eden for Adam and Eve, who didn't even have it. Why do you think he did that? Adam and Eve, who didn't even need it. In Genesis chapter 13, verse 2, it said Abraham was very rich in cattle, in gold. God's people, why do you think God made sure that they were doing well? In Genesis chapter 40, Jacob, who fought with the angel, Isaac, became so wealthy that Rebekah said he would marry the guy because of his gold that he gave him. He gave birth to Joseph. Joseph became the prime minister of Egypt. As a prime minister of Egypt, he was the second wealthiest person apart from King Pharaoh. These were God's people. That is why he was able to bring the Israelites to Egypt. King David was so wealthy that he wanted to build the temple for God. God said, no. I'll let your son do it. He made sure that he beefed up his son's income. King Solomon became the first trillionaire with over $2 trillion. These were God's people. Why do you think God ensured that these people were standing? So do not insult income and make it look like income is bad. It's not bad. Don't say it's evil. It's not evil. If you are evil, say I'm evil, and so I don't want income. Because income itself is not evil. It's just like a mobile phone. A mobile phone is not evil. It's like a knife. A knife is not evil. You can use it to prepare stew. It's like a car. A car is not evil. But if you get drunk, you can use that car to kill yourself or someone. It doesn't make the car evil. You are evil. Evil deed is in the heart of a man. So say that I'm evil. So income can go into the hand of an evil heart. And when that person is already evil, like Osama bin Laden, okay, then that person can use the income he has to do evil. But that same income can go into the hand of Bill Gates or Warren Buffett, and he can use that income and give billions and billions to charity. You see the point? So who you are is your nature, but what you're becoming is your manifestation. If you are a bad person, say, I am a bad person, but income on its own is not evil. So you have to have this understanding, ladies and gentlemen, because the thing is that part of the reason why a lot of people are fighting in life, they are trying to make income, but then inside their heart, they are also battling with the fact that it is not everything. But you can't be looking for something and at the same time say that that something is not everything. And therefore, you kind of slap that thing you are already know in your heart of heart that you want it. You know that you are struggling. You know you want income. But when somebody is helping you to get income, so money is not everything. It is a kind of misconception that have been given to many people because of where we have been brought up. It's called programming, and therefore it requires reprogramming. And that is why we need to have an understanding. Hosea chapter 4 verse 6 says, lack of knowledge, my people, not Satan's people, perish. So sometimes you need an understanding, you need knowledge to be able to understand where we are in the stream of time. And then you work along that. A lot of people didn't like Facebook, remember, with a religious mindset. And as a result of that, they didn't want to have Facebook. Today, politicians are using it to do campaign. Today, pastors are using it to do their church activities. So have an understanding. Now, with that in mind, how do you become part of God Backup? You don't need to sell. All you do is that tell friends, families, co-workers, acquaintances, tell them that you have good news for them. They'll ask you, what is the good news? Tell them that you have experts, doctors, professors, lawyers, who will explain everything. Bring them here. We will do the rest for you. Yours is not to tell them what it is. Yours is not to give them a clue what it is. Don't give them a clue that they will make money. Don't say that. Don't give them any clue that it's about backup or cloud service or anything. Don't say that. When they ask you what is it, tell them, come and have a look at it. We will do the talking for you. We will do the explanation for you whilst you learn. If you try to explain things yourself to them, you will backfire. The reason is because you don't have the knowledge like we have. So let us do the heavy lifting. If they cannot come here, that's a different ballgame. You can get the recording and give them the recording. Okay? But yours is not to be giving them details, not even the slightest clue of what this is about. See, ladies and gentlemen, if you tell somebody that you have a gift or an incredible news for that person, the person will say, wow, what is it? At that stage, because the person now wants to know about it, if you tell the person, I want you to join this link, it will be explained. If the person said, I will not join the link unless you tell me what it is, hold on. Leave the person for a while. Tell the person that, you know something, I don't think you want to see the gift yet. At the right time, when you are ready, we'll talk more about it. Let's talk about something else. That is how you operate. You don't, if you have a Lamborghini and you want to dash it to somebody and the person says, unless I see it, I will not listen to you. You leave the person because you know you have something great. But if you try to explain it to that person, you will not be able to explain it in the way that is satisfactory, and that you will lose the person. So let us do the heavy lifting for you. In a way, once you have explained the thing to the person would want to be part. Some would want to be part immediately. Some would want to be part later. It doesn't matter. Some of them would take a quick action. I took a quick action. The day I was told about this, I did not blink. I had a doubt when the person was telling me. But after he's finished, in fact, before he's finished, I've already gotten on board. Then you saw me in the system and you saw me, wow, you got an but the reason is because a hungry person does not need conviction to eat. There are 7 incomes you can earn. Income number 1 is immediate. You will get that immediately. If I yesterday I helped somebody, when the person got it immediately, the person said, wow, dog, this is true. Well, sometimes we don't believe in it. You see, fear is what is crippling us. The rest of the income number 2 to 7, you will get it monthly, not immediately, monthly. Let's look at income number 1. It's just $50. That's it. If I speak to your person for you, your person says, you know what? I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to start this. And your person gets the entire package, the software, the everything. Once the person starts using it, immediately the person comes, you will get that income within 30 seconds. In fact, it happens automatically 30 seconds while the person is making his purchase. $50 per person. Imagine you are getting $50 a day on one person. $50 today per person. The next day, $50 today. The next day, $50. It means at the end of the month, you're making $1,500. Convert it to your local currency. That is big income. And yet that is nothing. That is income number 1. It's not income number 2 to 7. That is income number 1. Okay. There are so many people who have become lawyers, doctors, professors. They are not making this $1,005 for 40 years of working. Now, what about the other income? The other incomes are huge, but they don't come immediately. It takes some time. But the good thing about that income is that you are paid not even because you are doing the work, but it's because others all over the world are doing the work. You see, every month, the company makes profit. And what they do is that they give 75% of the revenue they make out to people. Depending on what you have done and what your team have done, you'll be allocated more. And all you got to do to be earning this income, listen here, please, ladies and gentlemen, the minimum you should do is to you yourself must have registered at least 2 people. Okay. You must have registered at least 2 people. And you must have at least 6 people in your team whom you did not register. Okay, let me correct it. You must have registered 2 people, and you must have 4 people in your team whom you have not registered, but they were registered by other people. That means you have 6 people in all for you to be earning the incomes we are going to discuss here. So as an example, let's say that you have only 2 people and I have 100 people. You'll be paid not based on your 2, but based on the 102. That is your 2 plus my 100. That's a great thing about this. Anyway, one of the incomes you get is called cycle. That income is between $20 and $200,000 every month, depending on how you work, which will translate into how your team is also working. Then you can take advantage of what the globe has done. Another income is generation. That is 2.5% of the income of every single person who becomes part of this. As long as these people came after you, as long as they came after you in your system, you are done. You're going to make 2.5% of their income. Another income is dynamic compression. It's crazy. Another income is cycle match. Cycle match is, for me, my biggest income. In fact, my cycle match alone is more than my salary. The cycle match, you are only paid depending on which level you are. And you start getting paid when you are a sapphire. Okay. As a sapphire, you will pay 25% of the income all the people you personally registered are earning. Let me give you an example. Let's say you have 10 people. Each one of them is earning $1,000 as their cycles here. You have 10 people. Each one is earning $1,000. Now, because you are a sapphire, you will get 25% of the $1,000, which is what? Which is $250 on each person. So it means that at the end of the month, 250 times 10, you are going to be getting $2,500 on just the cycle match. But that is because you are a sapphire. If you are not a sapphire, but you are a diamond, on that same 10 people, each one is still making 1,000. Because you are a diamond, you will get 100%. 100% of 1,000 is 1,000. So you are going to be earning $1,000 on each of your 10 people. And since they are 10, you multiply the amount by 10, and that gives you $10,000. $10,000. every month on just cycle income. Of course, I'm just picking people who are earning thousands. Some of them will be earning more, some of them will be earning less. I have about 98 people, not 10 people. Of course, not all of them are earning thousands, but it just goes to show you how important it is to not toy with this. Now, remember, all of these things are work. You got to still do work. It's not going to be on a silver platter. If you do nothing, you get nothing. If you do something, you get something. It's not by force to do this project. But here's the thing. A lot of people will come to know about this because so many people are using the software, the laptop and the mobile phone anyway. See, as long as the sustainability of this is because so many people are using. Let me tell you why. Facebook will always continue because people are always, they want to be connected. People always want to be connected. You know that. No man is an island. Also, look at the reason why Bill Gates and Elon Musk and all of those technology giants have done well. It's because they are into technology. That's why. Do you think Microsoft is ever going to collapse? Do you think Apple is ever going to collapse? Do you think Samsung is going to go down? Okay, these guys are using a phone, and the mobile phone is like something everybody is using. So as long as the mobile phone is going to be with us, this project is going to be with us for good because it is for everyone with a mobile phone, with a laptop, with an iPad. Do you see why there are 153 countries have become part of this in just under 2 years? Wisdom. Wisdom is the ability to see what is obvious like this, even when others cannot see. You know, sometimes when you talk about this, some people don't believe it. Some people think it's fake. Some think it's a scam. Okay? Some think it's a joke. The reason why many people don't do well in life is because they entertain fear. Fear. Do you know that fear is an acronym? Fear stands for false evidence appearing real. It's not real, but they're afraid. They're afraid. It's like when you are in a dark room and somebody says there's a lion and the person opens the sound of a lion. You can collapse and die when there's no lion. Fear is a reason why a lot of people don't do well. And they doubt things. Doubt can kill. Of course, you got to take chances. But you also have to take caution. But you taking caution doesn't mean that you shouldn't look at it. Take caution, but look at it. Open your eyes. Listen to it to the end and make an informed decision. Don't just rule it out. Ask questions. Address those questions. Because everything cannot be bad. If everything was bad, if everything was fake, if everything was a scam, you will not be having the mobile phone. The first person who brought a mobile phone, if people said, go and check the records, Jeff Bezos failed 18 years. 18 years, he made no profit. Now he's the second billionaire on the planet. Elon Musk failed over 100 times. He's written it there. It takes guts to move on in this way. Even Jesus Christ had to go through his pain. They didn't believe him. It takes guts. People doubted him. Okay. So when people doubt you, it doesn't mean that is wrong. It doesn't make it wrong. It doesn't make it fake. You got to move through because the right time comes. It takes time for things to. Greatness is born out of adversity. Storms make the oak tree grow deeper roots. In order to build a tall building, you need a deep foundation. And that is why those who make it, make it. Okay, so how much should one start with? Well, so many things in Go Backup are free. Okay, so many things are free. Personalized link is free. Landing page is free. The emailing system is not free. Okay, the emailing system is $500. The mentorship is almost $1,000. The personal development is $500. So the exact amount one would have paid, okay, the exact amount you would have paid is $2,000. That is how the actual value of Go Backup. This is what everything, you're going to get all the services, you're going to get all the incomes, okay, and this is for a year. You pay this for the year and you renew it for every year. This is how much you pay, $2,000 every year. Of course, I'm going to show you the income some are making. They are making way more than $2,000 every month. But guess what? You're not going to pay this whole amount. You will not pay this for this month and this month alone. For this month this month alone, the company is allowing you to get everything at $119.97. Everything. Just $120 for a year. This is not for a month. This is not every month. This is every year you are paying $120. It's the cheapest thing I've ever seen. Why am I saying that? Because the services are way better. Look, iCloud is allowing you to pay more than this amount, and they are not even allowing you to earn money. Google Drive is not paying you any money. In fact, none of them is giving you the lead capture system. In case you have probably forgotten, let me just summarize a few of the things that you benefit from when you are using Go Backup. Number one, you get 100% automated backup system. It gives you a family plan of 6 terabytes. It gives you ample storage for your photos, videos, music, and documents. It can clone your entire computer for you. Number two, you use an unlimited device on many laptops, many tablets, many phones. Number three, you can access your files anywhere in the world. It gives you data security accessible on any device and any place in the world. Whether it is Mac OS, whether it's Windows, any operating system, you have it. Number four, it is user-friendly, okay, with a wonderful interface. It's designed for easy setup and operation. It is even for people without any computer or tech knowledge. Number five, it gives you reliable encryption. It saves your data from cyber threats. You have a 256-bit advanced encryption standard. Okay, it's a military-grade SSL and TLS protocols to secure all your data. Number six, you have a lead capture emailing system. That would have been paid, okay, for $500 a month, and yet that is free. It automates personalized emails to pre-registered members, all built into your system, available for you. Number seven, you can collaborate, you can edit files and chat alongside with multiple people in different countries that will enhance your productivity. Number eight, you can edit and protect the file. You can encrypt and protect files. You can insert pictures and videos like YouTube videos, edit them, create albums, and enjoy the enhanced photo editor. Number nine, you can speak to type your Word document and let the system read them aloud back to you. You can then convert those texts into multiple languages, Chi, Ga, Ewe, Hausa, Chinese, German, using the embedded Google Translator. Number 10, you have an advanced plugin system, which is referencing packages like Zotero, Mendeley. You can save documents in multiple formats, merge them, file them. Timing is everything, ladies and gentlemen. Timing. All these at $120, not a month, not 6 months, but every year. DSTV will not even give you that. And yet, after all this, you can be paid mentally. I'm going to show you some of the income people are earning here. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a service everyone needs, as long as everyone is having a smartphone. This is a project anybody can afford. Timing is everything. Timing is all that is needed. You see, sometimes this is at the beginning stage. The number of people in Africa are not even up to 1,005 so far. The number of people in the world are not even up to 100,000. Do you know that iCloud is already having close to 900 million people? Google Drive has over 1 billion users. Dropbox has over 700 million users. And this is not even up to 100,000. What do you think these owners and the users will do when they hear about this thing? I'm one of them. I've been using Dropbox for 13 years. The moment I heard about this, I jumped and started using this because I will now pay cheaper and I can make income. Do you think now is the best time to back up your digital life? Do you think now is the best time to earn some income in addition to the salary income? Or you think 2035 is the best time to start? Do you think now is the time to develop yourself? The kind of people you meet. See, the word decide ends with the word side, like suicide, like homicide, like genocide. You are about to decide a decision. You can decide to do. You can decide not to do. The consequences of those decisions will not be clear today. They will be clear in a year's time, in 2 years' time, in 5 years? Where will you be 7 years from now? Start. You got to do it now, because the last chapter of your life has not been broken yet. These are some of the incomes people are making. Someone is in this room right here, and the person is making $3,970. Paid to the person in October 2024, okay, at 1 o'clock from the Global Virtual Opportunity. This Global Virtual is a parent company of God Backup. This is another person's income, over $7,000 monthly. You two were created in the image of a creator whose creativity in his creation is creative. You have a chance, you have the opportunity to make a difference. Don't blow it. Someone is praying to have the opportunity you have right now. Don't spoil it. Don't break it. I have found out that nothing in life is worth it unless you take a risk. You will lose at some point in life. Whether you do this or not, you will lose. That's how life is. Life is about taking chances. Life is about taking risks. You know why? Because the chances you take, the risks you take, the people you meet, the faith that you have, that is what is going to define you. And that's why a lot of people all over are achieving significant milestones in this project. Do this. One day, your family will thank you. At this stage, I'm going to show my face now, ladies and gentlemen, so that in case you have a question, in case you have anything, you can ask your question, and then we can address all of the questions, okay? So at this stage, just ask any question. I know so many people have typed some questions here, and I'm going to look at some of those questions and then address each one of those questions. But if you have a question, this is the time that you can ask your question, and then we can address each one of those questions. Don't see things. See, the word poor is an acronym. Poor has nothing to do with money. Okay, let me just say that. The poor is a state of the mind. Poverty is a state of the mind. And when poverty is multidimensional, the word poor is an acronym which stands for passing over opportunities repeatedly. Passing over opportunities repeatedly. That is poor. It has nothing to do with money. It has nothing to do with income. So what you do is that when you see a lot of people who are not doing well, it's because they are usually passing over opportunities repeatedly. But it's not just that. That cut across everything they do also in life, because it's multidimensional. You see, wealth is multidimensional. So when Abraham was wealthy, according to Genesis chapter 13, verse 2, he was wealthy in the mind. He was wealthy spiritually. He was wealthy in his physicality. He was wealthy financially. So wealth is multidimensional. When a person is wealthy, the way he eats is even different. Not because he eats expensive things. He eats carefully. The way he exercises, he's normally exercising his body. He's not eating, he's eating specifically to improve his diet, his balanced diet. Okay, he's doing that, and he's exercising, and he's being careful about the way he manages his finances. Okay, his cleanliness is clear. The same way when a person is poor mentally, that poverty encapsulates everything in his life. He's poor mentally, he's poor even spiritually, because that person doesn't read the scripture so well, so he's deceived by other fake pastors to think that he has to bring a lot of money before he will be pregnant. Can't you see that most people who are deceived like that are those who are poor mentally? And they're also even usually poor financially. They are poor physically. They are not exercising themselves. They grow all the fruit and vegetables, but they are not even eating those fruits and vegetables themselves. And they will go and sell these things, and the wealthy mind will rather buy them and eat them because they know the value. Hey, poverty is multidimensional. Well, see, ladies and gentlemen, the same energy it takes a person to be wealthy. And when I say wealth, I don't mean income. Watch it. I'm talking about the state of the mind. Okay, because wealth has nothing to do with only income. Income is the last thing on the pyramid of wealth. At the top of the pyramid of wealth is integrity. Abraham was a man of integrity. At the top of it is loyalty, wisdom, virtue, value, humility, love, and income. That is why King Solomon, David, and all of those, they experience that. It's multi-dimensional. Have an understanding. And so when you are hesitating to take action, that is because the way you have been brought up is to delay in taking the action. But sometimes you got to start. You see, when you speak to some of the people who are doing well right now, they will tell you that, for example, if you speak to Bill Gates or Elon Musk or Mark Zuckerberg about what we are discussing, and they will tell you that, look, you know what, this is technology, right? It's going to blow into the world. And when people tell them that, no, it's fake, it's a scam, they'll tell you, all right, but I'm going to do it. You see, the reason why because the people who make the world move, they make the world move because they know where the world is going. Technology is what is driving the world. And that is why even people who said they will never use this machine are using it today. So you got to make a declaration for yourself and tell yourself, I will until. And for those of you who are already part of the Go Backup service, we've just started. Nigeria has over 200 million people. Africa, we don't even have 1,005. In case you don't know, we don't have 1,005. We just started. I can count the total number of Nigerians in today's. The number of Nigerians in this are not even up to 200. The number of South Africans are not up to 20. The number of Ghanaians are over 800. But Ghana has 33 million people. So see, you are not going to be the first nor the last. People will come. But the question is about the time they come about, where will you be? Where will you be? Stand on your level ground. You are 3 feet down your gold. You are standing on your acre of diamonds. Don't blow it. Don't blow it. Now, at this stage, I will address some of the questions and speak to the person who has invited you and tell the person, look, I'm going to give it a try. Okay. Contact the person who has invited you. All the incomes are in US dollars. Every income you earn is in US dollars. But when it hits your bank account, it will be in that local currency. If your bank account is Naira, you get it in Naira. If it is shillings, you get it in shillings. If it is in Rand, South African Rand, you get it in Rand. If it is cedis, you get it in Ghanaian cedis. Okay. But if you have a dollar account, you can use that one. If you don't have a dollar account, use your local account. It's still going to hit your account. Let me see what I can get some questions. Okay. Yeah, everybody is saying it's interesting. It is interesting, ladies and gentlemen. It's interesting. Take advantage of your advantages. Lillian says that it takes knowledge to understand knowledge. Laura says that, see, do this. And many people will think that you are a joke. You know that? You watch the caliber of people in God Backup. The caliber of people I have personally even brought. I have over 60 doctors and professors combined that I have brought. Several lawyers, several millionaires, several students, several marketing. This is a business of the people, for the people, by the people. It doesn't matter. But you see, if I were to invite you to come and do a project, which the qualification is you must have a PhD, you would have said, this thing is not friendly. It's not for everyone. Okay? It is only meant for people with PhD. What about those of us who don't have a PhD? That's what you would have probably said. Now, this one is not for PhD. It's not for first degree. It's not even for, secondary school. It's for unemployed. It's for uneducated. It's for everyone. But you see, still, some people will still be hesitant in taking chances because every time something is free, people don't respect it. That is why when water is free, people sell water at a cheaper price. Okay? People don't even thank God for air. But when you are in ICU, intensive care unit, and now you are losing oxygen and you need oxygen and the cylinder is brought, the amount of payment you got to make for a cylinder, now air becomes important. So when something is abundant, when something is free, people don't respect it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not free. This is something that will change your life. So the fact that it's cheap should not cheapen the way you see it. Okay? And mind us, as long as you take this, it will help you. If you don't take this, you will see it happening right before your eyes as the years roll by. You see, 21 years ago, when Mark Zuckerberg called 5 friends into a room in a Harvard dormitory and told them about faces in a book, 3 of the guys walked out of the room. 2 of them stayed in the room. Okay, and then he asked those 2 guys, "What about you?" He says, "Well, we want to follow you." That was in February 2004. In fact, Facebook was set up in February 4th, 2004. Today, Mark Zuckerberg and those guys are all billionaires. I'm not saying you are going to be a billionaire. I'm saying that sometimes, you see, those 2 guys didn't understand what Mark was saying. They just told him, "I'll just do it." Sometimes you just do it and tell yourself, whatever happens should happen. That is how we move. It's just like when Jesus called Peter and the others. They just threw everything and just followed. Just do it. Anyway, someone is asking, how do I make the income? I think you were late here. Okay, you make the income when you have let us speak to your people for you. When we speak to your people for you, and your people are happy to get the package, you will make the income. As simple as that. When they are not ready to get a package, you will not make the income. But as to whether they will get a package or they will not get a package, you don't have that much authority to help them. We will help them for you. So you leave that for us. We will help educate your people so that they will come to an understanding why they need this. And they will get it. Some of them will not get it immediately. It doesn't mean they will not get it. They are going to gather their income. They are going to think about it. They are going to process it. It's okay. Okay. You yourself, you will not do it immediately. So allow people to have time, but always engage them. Let them know how important it is and give them all the videos we have. Give them the documents, the videos, the evidences. Okay. And if somebody tells you that is not true, these evidences are there. I remember when I got my first income, which was $210. 2 friends of mine told me that $210 is nothing. I remember when I got $4,000 monthly, $4,000. The same people said, "Really? So how do you start?" The same people. See, sometimes in life, some people need time. It took somebody I know 1 year, 4 months before he took the action. When we are making $7,000, then people begin to, please type your question there. If you have any question, type it there. Type it there. That's the best way to address every question. Okay. And that is how come so many people are doing well, because they took the chance earlier. Let me tell you a secret, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of people don't know this. Did you know that if you start today and somebody starts tomorrow, even if you don't know that person, whatever the person does, you will be paid? Did you know that? Let me repeat that. You see, there are many people who are registering every day. I have about 12 people who are coming on board this week. This towards the weekend. Some of you have been spoken to before, even these people. It's nice to do this thing first before they do, so that at least you can leverage on their spillovers. You see, the system works in such a way that if you register now, before others come on board, even if you don't know them, what they do will go into the company, and the company will give 75% of that profit back to you, because you were in before they came on board. Well, it's a system. It's a system, okay? It's a simple system. Of course, it doesn't mean that they will not bypass you. They can bypass you because you can only depend on them 50%. You cannot depend on them 100%, okay? So let's say that you are dependent on them 50% and you have done nothing. You will not get anything. You must at least do your little. They are very little. And they take all of the effort that they are also doing. So that is how the system works. So if you know you will ever do it, it's best to do it earlier. Unless you know you will never do it. But if you know you will ever do it earlier. After all, what is $120? If you are struggling with that income to even use to start this, if you are struggling to come out with that income, then that is even an indication why you need to do this. It means that whatever you have been doing up until now hasn't been that helpful. That's why you're struggling. So you got to pay that amount, get the software, enjoy the software, use it, once you start earning the income, so that next year by now, you will not be in that quagmire of financial mediocrity that you might be in. Fear, doubt, these are the things that worries us. They worry us, not that the system doesn't work. I am still able to do this whilst I do my normal work. I do my normal work very well, and I do this very well. It's a jack of all trades and master of all. Don't be deceived. Look at the great people in the world. They are all multitasking. Kwame Despite has a Despite group of companies. Dangote has group of companies. So if somebody tells you that you can't do multiple things, it's a lie. The world is not run by multiple things. Elon Musk could have said that I'm focusing only on Tesla. But he went to buy a technology giant, Twitter, and renamed it as X. So you can do this. Tell yourself, I will. Tell yourself, I can. Tell yourself, I'll do that. And you can do that. Okay. That is how the system works. Someone says that, what did the person say? Suppose I have a dollar account, would my money be sent into the dollar account? Yes, I have a dollar account. My income has been sent to the dollar account. So if you have a dollar account, when you're setting up your bank account, you can do it. If you already have a CD account and you now have a dollar account, you even want to switch or the other way around, you can do it. Okay. Someone says, thank you so much for the presentation. Do you stand a chance of getting paid monthly, even when you've gotten no one? No, you will never be paid. If you decide not to bring anybody at all, not to register anybody at all, it means that you are lazy. You are not doing anything for the company. Okay, you just think about it, ladies and gentlemen. Imagine somebody even employs you in a normal work, and he says that this is what you are supposed to do every day. And every day you do nothing about it. You don't show up. You don't do it. It means that, and you see, we have a system in place. We have a plug-in system. If you plug yourself in, you will never say that I can't get somebody. The system is so beautiful. The system is AI-driven. We have videos, documents, pictures, everything ready for you. Yours is to put it out there. If you put it out there, you will get people on board. But if you don't put it out there, you will not get anybody, which means you're not willing and ready. And of course, if you're not willing, no employer anywhere in the world will give anything to you. Remember, your gift is already the software you have. That's it. If you go and buy the software, okay, then the company says, if you do this for me, I will pay you. And you don't do it, you will not be paid. Okay. It's like when you go to buy wache, and then after buying the wache, you tell the wache woman, I bought your wache, but I've not gotten paid though. Can you pay me for buying your wache? Nobody does that. Unless the wache woman has told you that if you are able to get me 10 people to come and buy the wache, I will give you, $100. Okay, so let me see. After you've registered for the first year, what will happen if you didn't renew? If you don't renew, this is what will happen. The company will keep reminding you for the next 2 months or so to renew. Now remember, Google Drive will not keep reminding you. They'll block you immediately. Dropbox will block you when the date happens. But this one will start reminding you from 2 months to the time and 2 months after. And then after that reminding, you still don't renew, you know what? They will take you off the system and then they will zip your data. They'll send it somewhere and tell you to go and take your data. They don't want you to come and tell them that they have taken your data. They will tell you to go and take your data, and then you can go and take the data there, but you will not use the system again. Okay. All right. So that is how it works. If you are a member, you will get a recording. If you are a member, you will get a recording. So you speak to the person who has invited you, and that person will give you the recording. Ladies and gentlemen, please, one last thing before we close. Whether you do this or you don't do this, others are going to do it. That is why it is already in 153 countries out of the 195 countries in the world. So you not doing it is not going to hurt anybody. It will help you. It will help you. It will not help me. It will not help. It will help you. So don't see this as you are helping somebody. See this as you are helping yourself. Because this presentation I have given, anyone you bring along, I will give that same presentation to that person for you. Even when you don't have the knowledge, but I have the knowledge, I will educate the person for you. And if that work you cannot do, but I will do that for you. All you got to do is to bring the person to me so that I'll educate the person for you. But if that is difficult for you to do, then I don't think you're ready. I don't think you really want it for yourself. Okay. Anyway, one last question says, would the company open dollar account for you? No, the company doesn't open dollar account for you. You are in Sierra Leone. You are in Togo. You are in Israel. You are in Barapo, Masa. Which company opens a dollar account for you? The company doesn't open a dollar account for you. It's your country who opens a dollar account. You went to open your local currency account. You open the Naira account. You open the CD account. You open the Rand account. So go and speak to your banker. How can I open a dollar account? That person will tell you what to do, what ingredients you need to be able to open a dollar account. You don't need to have this in a dollar account if you have a local account. But if you want to have a dollar account, your banker will tell you what to do. So go to the bank, please, and ask them, and they will tell you how to go about it. Remember, opening a dollar account requires some things to do, and your banker will tell you about it. Any other question, ladies and gentlemen, because we're about to end the program. I want to say a big thank you to all of you for coming on board to listen to these timely reminders. We will meet again, okay, and then we will go through all of these details one more time. Go tell the world that if there is a better option, we will leave this one and do that better option. If there's a better option, please let us know. We'll stop this and do that way. But as it stands now, for the next many years, there is no better option yet. This is the only cloud storage department in the world that pays you. Netflix doesn't pay, Google doesn't pay you, Amazon, all of these, Netflix doesn't pay, Zoom doesn't pay you. Google, for iCloud doesn't pay you. Okay, all of this. But when you are using more data, they pay. You got to pay them. When you want to increase the space for iCloud gives you only 5 gig. Google Drive gives you only 15 gig. If you want more than that, you got to pay. You got to pay. But they don't pay you back. No cloud storage in the world pays you, except this one. And none of this cloud space in the world also allows you to do emailing system for free. Personalized email, automated email, bulk email for free. None of them. None of them even allow you to do document collaborations. Like I showed you, speak to the document and then it's type. Let the document speak to you. And then all of those collaboration, video editing, photo editing, all of these in addition to the cloud storage, in addition to the income. No company. This is no brainer. This is number one. Be proud of that. And so this will continue. That is the sustainability index that the company has. Okay, because so many people are using them over. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much indeed. It's been a pleasure having all of you. Wish you all the very best. Please let's go tell the world that we have a better way. Have a wonderful day. I will see you again tomorrow.